Hey guys, this is Bruce.
And this is Mayuri.
And we're sitting with somebody we never thought we would meet. And this Antoinette is like one of the very first people that we met online. Very first subscribers, very first followers, very first people that we really wanted to meet. And now she's in our house. This is crazy. It's not, it doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about trucking. I know that's weird, but we have a lot of followers that are truckers.
Mm-hmm.
And we just found out Antoinette is a real trucker, 18-wheeler, right? What kind of truck is it?
18-wheeler.
So we saw her truck. It's amazing.
We went inside the truck.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel real. So, but how did you get into trucking?
Actually, because I see a lot of women driving trucks, and I said, oh, they are driving trucks. If they can do that, I can do it too. Because, different ages, older, younger women's, and I see them a lot on the road. So I said, I want to try it. Because if it will click, then I will do it. Because, I'm not happy with my job, working in a factory, in a retail store already. So I tried that one and I find it unique, very different, and I enjoy it. So
Wow.
I went to the school of my company where I'm working right now. I graduated and then got my CDL, started on the road for a training for a couple of weeks and keep rolling on the road, and so far it's good. A lot better.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like something you actually like to do.
Yes. I think that is my passion, maybe. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm happy doing it. I'm happy with my job right now.
That's great.
Though it's like I'm always away home because you always have to be on the road. But even though it's like that, I still trying to find ways to to be home with my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always finding ways. They will also give you an exception for that.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So,
How long did it take you to get the?
yeah, great question.
How long did it take to get your CDL?
Okay, I got
License.
I started in the school on April, and then I studied for 14 days, and then after that I took my CDL test and the road test about 17 days. Well, actually no, I stayed back for 2 weeks because I had problems in my maneuvers for my offsetting parking that time. So I stayed back for a week. So 14, about 20 days I got my CDL.
Wow. that
20
is
days.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
You have to take a test and all that stuff, right?
Of course, after you get done in school, for you to be able to graduate, you have to take a road test. You have to go to the OT.
Yeah.
Then they will ask you to do a road test. They will actually on because I got my CDL in Indiana, Burns Harbor, and then the requirements right there is you have to do parallel parking, offsetting. Yes, offsetting, and then straight backing. If you cannot get those done, you'll be failed. That's why.
What's the hardest part of that?
Well, I struggled on my offsetting that time. I'm good in my parallel and my straight backing, but in the offsetting, I mess it up. It's only for one time. After I failed one time, I took another test and I passed it, and I graduated, got my learner's permit because I have to get my CDL, Class A CDL license back home in
Yeah.
North Carolina. So by that time, I just got, well,
Wow.
actually it's issued already. It's just that I need to go home and get my Class A CDL.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We got to introduce you to some of the other truckers we know that follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Instigator, there's
HT Logistics.
There's,
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh man, what's his name? The driving man. What's his name?
Dan,
Dan, the driving man. There's so many followers that do trucking. There's some
Yeah.
of them own their own
Trucking,
trucks.
yeah.
Yeah, owner operators. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. But so, what's the hardest part about being a trucker?
The hardest part, well, first thing is it's hard because you're always away from home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the second one is if you are driving in a bad road conditions,
Oh.
you're in a trailer, and then you are always in a crazy curve or runabout, steep downgrades. So you really have to be careful. Sometimes there are drivers that don't care.
Yes.
They don't care about
Cut you off in traffic.
It always happens. That's why you really
weird.
have to pay attention on that, especially on trucks, because you have a lot of blind spots
Yes.
Yeah.
and it's hard to see them. And just just stay focused.
Yes.
If you have to change your lanes or merge, you really have to make sure that everything are clear. That's why for me it's really the hardest part, being on the curves, and then of course the weather condition as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were talking on the way here. I was telling her about how there was a time when all these diesels, like these semi trucks, like flipped over by our house on the freeway coming to our house. So yeah, the road conditions.
It always happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we noticed, truck drivers have a really,
very patient,
yeah.
very good drivers, very patient drivers. So, unlike regular drivers.
And I think it takes a lot of discipline to
Oh yeah, for
to
sure.
do that job.
It takes a lot of patience, because if you don't have enough patience driving on the road, you cannot drive, because you will be aggravated, exhausted, you get mad, and you cannot stay focused. That's why it takes a lot of patience, especially if you're driving big rigs. That's
Yeah.
really important. Yeah.
So if somebody is trying to get into it, like maybe if somebody is thinking about getting into driving trucks, would you encourage them to do it, or like what kind of person does it take to get into that?
For me personally, well, I never expect me becoming a truck driver, because back in Philippines, I don't drive. I don't know how to drive. I just learned how to drive here 2 years ago. I got my regular driver's license 2017 of June.
Wow.
Yes, June
So it's only
2017.
been a year.
Yes. And then after that, I was working in a factory, retail store, public supermarket. But and all those companies that I've been working, it's like I'm not happy on it already. I don't know why. I just get tired working on it. And when I found a lot of women driving trucks, so I tried it, and I like it. So if you really want to do truck driving, if you know you have fear, because me personally, I have fear on the roads, especially on the highways. I said I will conquer my fear, because it's just anxiety.
Yes.
If you let your anxiety empower you, then it's like you'll be a loser. So that's how I also tried to fight my fear, trying the big rigs like that, because because I'm scared driving, really. Even especially when I have to merge on the interstate, I'm scared merging. I always slow down, and you're not supposed to do that, because it's not
It's
safe.
more dangerous.
Yeah, it's more dangerous. That's why you have to speed up.
Yeah.
But I always do that. So I said, this will not work. I wanna try big rigs, and it clicked. I learned a lot better on driving my cars when I started driving
Right.
trucks. So you really have to be brave enough. It takes a lot of guts driving big rigs.
Yes. For
Yes, it takes a lot of guts, and you really, if you try to drive trucks, you have to make sure that you are not bothered. You have your clear and your peace of mind,
Sure. Yeah.
because it's very important that you have to focus on the road, because big trucks like that is very dangerous, because you can hit somebody, especially small vehicles, motorcycles, or even people driving bicycles, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or people are going to run across the road.
Right.
Yeah.
It's much harder to drive in the city, like inside the city, than on the freeway. What would you say?
It depends also on the condition of the road. Yeah, based on my experience in the city, because you cannot, it depends, because mostly cities you only have to run for like 35-45 miles per hour, and it's busy. A lot of people are, well, it depends on the place, but mostly on the cities that I've been, there's a lot of people, pedestrians.
Yes.
So you really have to be careful of that. Yeah, if not unless if you, unlike if you are on the freeway, just keep rolling, you know. But of course, you still have to be careful with the roads, like the curves. It's always the curves, the down steep hills.
Like in Utah. Yeah.
Oh, especially there, Utah, going to California, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah, Colorado, especially in the junction, Grand Junction. Or, is that
Going
Grand
up and down
Junction?
hills.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. Up there is pretty. It's pretty like steep
Yeah.
mountains and stuff. So would you ever drive in Philippines, or is that a whole different thing?
When I go back in Philippines, no.
Yeah. No.
Ever. I will never do that because I know how it is in Philippines. It's congested. Plus, well, I'm a Filipino. I'm not trying to drag Filipinos down, the Philippines down. But you or me, we personally know how it is in Philippines. Congested, and mostly drivers
Aggressive.
aggressive drivers, reckless, and do not have self-discipline on the road.
Yeah.
That's why I heard a lot of news, like American people or U.S. citizen, Filipino U.S. citizen went back to Philippines and drive and they just killed because of the car accident.
Oh.
Yeah, because no matter how careful you are, but other drivers around you don't care. They don't give up whatever. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. That's why I'm not going to do that. I already told my husband, I said, if you're going back to the Philippines for a vacation, we're not going to hire any car. I'm not going to drive because it's not safe. Because just like, well, if you compare US and Philippines and the traffic lights in the intersection, if it stop, all people will stop here in US. In the Philippines, even though you can see the red light, other drivers, they just keep going. They don't
You're right.
they don't stop.
Well, every country is different, you know.
Yeah, it
not talking
depends.
about
Well, I'm not trying to
Philippines.
generalize people, but
Yeah.
mostly that's what is happening in Philippines.
You're right. And then so
Yeah.
many people there get killed.
Yeah.
Motorbike drivers. I mean, because they don't like if a trucker in the Philippines like and a motorbike driver, they don't give the truck space,
Yes.
and so they end up
They don't give
dying and
way.
get smashed in the bottom
Yeah.
of the truck.
Yeah, like that actually happened to her friend. Got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Ran over by a bus.
Oh wow.
It's so tragic. Really bad. I think they survived, but they were messed up bad.
They must. Now that I think about it, she must have hired a fixer to do licensing, because that's very common.
Yeah.
To hire a fixer to do the driver's license.
Right. Oh
The
yeah.
normal ones.
Yeah, that's why a lot of accidents happen there because even though other people don't know how to drive, they got the license. So easy, and you cannot do that here because you really have to
To know the
test drive.
rules
Yeah.
before you can get it.
It's a big difference. That's why it's not safe to drive right there.
Yeah, I definitely didn't. I know it's just not I don't have the rhythm of it, so I don't normally try to drive in other countries. I have before, but each country has a different rhythm.
Right.
And a different mindset when they drive.
Yeah.
So are you worried about like automatic cars? I mean, like I've been hearing more and more about trucks and cars and Uber and all this stuff becoming like automated to where eventually they won't need people to drive it. Are you worried about that in your career or not?
No,
You don't
because
see that happening anytime soon?
not
Okay.
yeah. But I am enjoying automatic because I don't drive sticks. I never drive manuals. I just learned to drive here. Shifting gears, stuff like that. I just drive automatic. So
Yeah. Oh, I got one. Okay. So how does you gotta know you guys are apart a lot. How does your husband feel about you driving, if you don't mind me asking?
yeah, sure. Well, actually, I convinced him twice. The first time I told him I want to do truck driving because I know we will make good money on that, and I'm not happy with my job already.
Right.
But he don't want me to do it. No, don't do that. Just stay here. We can make it out. So I respect his decision. I still work in North Carolina in a factory. But then after 3 months, I am so bored and I'm tired really so bad working in the company where I was before. So I talked to him again. I said, hey baby, I really cannot do this no more. I'm not happy. I cannot concentrate because I cannot find happiness in my job. And I'm so jealous because I can see a lot of women driving trucks and I want to do it. You know? And then I said, just give me a chance, please, please, give me a chance. Let me try it. If it will work, then good. If not, then I'm gonna stay. Then okay. So he allowed me to do it. So I talked to my recruiter and started with in the school. So it's good. It's okay. We're okay. But then until I think the first time when I was being on the road driving solo, first time we always like argues and different kind of stuffs, especially because I'm always away and he needs me. Of course, I need him too, but have no choice. This is my happiness already. I found the happiness of this job, though everybody knows it's a dangerous job. But I don't know. I just feel like this is my passion. I'm happy on it. That's it. That's the bottom line. I'm happy of this kind of job. So I think my husband John, he got used to it already. He got used on it. Like I'm always being in the road. As long as as long as we always communicate with each other, that's the most important thing.
Is there a possibility that he can go with you?
Oh yes.
Really?
Well, actually yes, he can. After 6 months of me being on the road, I just have to pay insurance for him. It will not cost much, like $85. Then he can be with me on the road. And actually, I already have told him to just stay with me. That way, we're not apart.
Yeah.
But he don't want to do it because he wants to work, and I understand that. So maybe soon, if he is ready, then he can ride with me wherever I am. Enjoy the sceneries while I'm driving.
I mean, wouldn't that be fun to go to different states and see different things?
And that's what I really want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to do soon. If he's able, actually, if only after 6 months, if I am having a load somewhere and he's off from work, he can be with me.
It can be kind of like a vacation almost.
Yeah, it's like a vacation.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a camper, you know.
I mean, the amazing things that you see on the road.
Right.
Yeah, plus you get to stop in
and he will
different
know.
states.
He will know. Actually, he have the idea how the trucking is, but he will have the idea more. What is the nature of the job?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I have heard and I have seen a lot of people who are truck drivers, men or women, and then they have husband or wife, and sometimes they are like they broke up or stuff like that because their partner cannot understand the nature of the job, how the trucking is.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So that happens. That happens to other people.
It's probably because of it once it becomes long distance,
That's another
then your
thing.
relationship may become shaky if it's not that strong. But yeah, that's a good idea to bring your husband on the road with you.
Or if not, as long as you both communicate, you know, and he will understand or she will understand your job, and as long as you're not going to do anything that is suspicious.
Yeah. I mean, if you have great communication, it can even make your love stronger.
That is the key.
You know.
Yes, that
it
is
really
the key.
can be something that makes the heart grow fonder. If you guys are apart, you come back together, all this passion, you know.
Right.
So it could actually work in your favor. So,
Right.
How many women are in the trucking industry? What percentage would you say? When you're out there on the road, you're in the middle of the U.S.
Okay. Most.
How many?
Out of 100%, I have seen women driving trucks maybe about 50 or 40%.
40%.
Well, but it's actually higher. There are a lot of women.
50%.
Maybe 50.
50% of women.
50 or
truckers are
60.
women.
A lot.
Really? How many of those are Filipinos?
I have not seen. Well, there's one woman.
Filipina.
Yeah, in
You've seen one other
Virginia, but
How many
Actually,
Asian women?
none so far, but just me. I've been, you know what? Everywhere I go, different kind of truck stops. even though I am on the road and there are trucks beside me trying to go over or cut in front of me, I always look the driver's face because I'm hoping that I can see like a Filipina woman. But so far, none. I can see a lot of Spanish, white or black American people.
Yeah.
Or different kind
Do
of
they
races.
look at you like, look at it?
Oh man. They are surprised when they see me. That's why sometimes if I am driving and the trucks are going to pass me, they have to drive like this. Their eyes are on me.
Because I have to admit, I've never seen, I don't know, I've never even seen an Asian
haven't
woman.
seen-
Not yet.
Never.
a woman
I can't even think of
trucker.
one.
It's so
I've
rare.
seen women, I see them all the time, but like
I seen a few, like
Asian,
maybe in
never.
UPS smaller truck, but not on like a
Yeah.
huge.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are Filipino women truck drivers in different part of the United States. But so far, I have not seen any yet.
Wow.
But just myself. I have a Filipino truck driver friend back
Yeah.
in North Carolina. But for women, not so far. Yeah, Yuri might be the next.
Oh, we can drive
Oh,
together.
yeah, that's a good
We will
idea,
go
dude.
team up. We will go team up.
Let me see, what other, oh, okay, one last question. Okay, have you ever seen anything weird, like something in the sky, like comets or meteorites or UFOs?
I have not seen any comments like that.
I bet you
But-
truckers see that stuff all the time.
It's my first time I saw a falling star.
Oh,
Yes.
wasn't it cool?
That was when I was back in Ohio. I was in Ohio and I am driving about 11:30 p.m.
Yeah,
and I am on the highway.
Yes.
And it's dark. I just have nothing but my lights.
yeah,
And then I am just driving.
Yeah.
I have my wide vision, and then suddenly I saw like I said, "What's that? Oh, it's a
Doesn't
falling
tell and
star!
everything.
It's a falling star!" So
Yeah.
when I saw a falling star, I said, "I wish my own wishes really come true." Because back in Philippines, it's like
Yeah,
like
we
our
yeah, yeah.
our
Wish
what we
upon
call
a star.
that? Yeah, wish upon a
Yeah.
star like that, like
Yeah.
a kid. So I done that too, because who knows? It will come true. So
Yeah.
that's what I did. That's sometimes if let's say I am bored on driving, especially in the afternoon, and the sky is nice, I just keep staring at the sky, look in the road and go up to the sky again, look in the road, look in the sky, and see different kind of images on the different kind of forms on the sky. That's it. Not really much.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Just to keep myself awake.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I prefer to drive in the night than daytime, because daytime, especially siesta time, I'm falling asleep. Yeah.
That
That's
is
so
sad. I
weird.
don't think I could do that.
You can. You sure you can.
My focus is too
No, you could do it.
scattered.
She can do it, but she sleeps so much that
You
I don't
sleep
know how
a
many
lot.
Hours. I don't know how many hours she'd be able to put into a driving day.
Really, baby, I could drive as long as it's like daytime before it turns really deep night. I start falling asleep.
All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Be sure to check out our other one where we talk to Antoinette about her relationship, married to an American, love, life, freedom, and everything that goes with it. I think that's it. Any last words?
Thank you guys for inviting me to your house. Trying to drive 1 hour and 30 minutes from Colorado Springs going to Denver just to see me. I am so honored and I am very pleased, and thank you so much. And I really enjoyed. We've been planning to meet each other for a long time already, after more than 2 years, and we finally made it, and I'm so glad.
Yeah, same here.
This is this is an unplanned meeting. This is an unplanned, and that's how it works. If you plan situations like you're
Doesn't
going to meet,
happen.
it don't happen. But if you're not going to plan stuff like that, it just suddenly came, and I'm so glad. I
Yeah.
get a chance to do my 34-hour reset here in Denver and get a chance to see you. Unfortunately, I was not able to meet Sheila. What's her last name?
I don't know.
Sheila, next time we will
Next
do
time
that.
you might be able to go to Texas.
Yeah, with another friends as well, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you
No
for giving me the chance to be with you, staying here in your house.
Thank you for coming.
Overnight.
Thank you for
Thank you,
coming.
really.